Welcome to Empowered. I'm Elizabeth Nomofsky. Today is a special episode. My guest is a well-known Canadian financial advocate. She's navigated her life her way and has many female followers that live and breathe what she stands for. My guest is Pattie Lovett-Reid, Chief Financial Commentator at HomeEquity Bank, and she's here to tell us about her personal journey and that you always want to be in the driver's seat of your life. Buckle up, ladies. We've got a great conversation coming your way. Pattie, welcome.
Okay, so now I know you're a good friend, and thank you for following me on Instagram. I'm not sure everybody else hangs on everything, but we're friends there.
You know what? We really are. And I wanted to say, my good friend, and I thought, most of the women that are on the show are my good friends. And I think that's I've been so fortunate to be able to surround myself with some pretty incredible women. And before we begin, I wanted to let you know our makeup artist saw you and said, she reminds me of Julie Andrews. All that beauty and
I've heard
elegance.
that. Yeah, I have heard that. That's so nice. I take that as such a supreme compliment, but I can tell you, you will not be asking me to sing. Not happening.
So, okay, let's begin. Pattie, your topic, you always want to be in the driver's seat of your life. Can you change before you have to?
I think it's imperative to change before you have to in life. And, when I reflect back on everything I've been doing throughout my life, I think I've always moved before someone told me it was time to move or I felt I had to move because I wanted to continue to grow, to explore, to see new things. I do think you're responsible for your own actions in many cases, or in some cases, inaction.
You know what? That you're right on point. The inaction. There are so many women that are afraid to take that next step. They're afraid to get to that next level. However, you started as a teller and progressed to an executive position in two major financial institutions. Why don't you highlight your journey so that maybe it'll help entice somebody who's a little stuck?
Well, I did start. Well, first, I'll back up to high school. I have grade 9 math, and I dropped it then and have a grade 12 diploma in administration. And I did not go on to a post-secondary education. I did start in a teller's role right out of high school, literally the next day, Liz, practically.
Mhm.
And in fact, it would have been sooner than that. Except when I went in for my interview, the bank was being robbed. They didn't want to interview me that day because they were going through a robbery. And I remember saying, no, I'll just sit over here and I'll just wait. That tells you something about my personality. Anyway, they said, absolutely not. Come back on Monday. There were two candidates. I got the job. And for about 6 months, I thought I got the job because I was the best candidate. No, the other person didn't show up. She also witnessed the robbery and thought, I'm out of here. So I do recall thinking to myself when I was a teller, gee, I wonder what that job entails, or that job, or that job. And I would do everything in my power list to figure out how I could acquire the skills so that should an opportunity present itself, I could be a candidate worthy of consideration. But I will tell you that it started at the Bank of Montreal, and I got to the highest level of the clerical ranks. It was a level 6 back then, and I couldn't make it into management because I didn't have a university degree. So I jumped ship and I went to TD. But here's the lesson in it. Bank of Montreal didn't say I couldn't go into management. I was holding myself back. And my husband had a great line for me. He said, Pattie, get off your own coattails. The only person that's holding you back is you. And so we all can have limiting beliefs. I don't think I can do something because I'm not good enough because, or whatever it is that's holding you back. And sometimes you've got to get out of your own way.
You're 100% correct. And the fact that you said you had grade 9 math, I
Mhm.
was always terrified of Bay Street, the financial district. I always
Mm.
thought that, you had to be super smart to be successful there. We are super smart, but we're smart in other ways as well. I wanted to stay away. I wanted to
Thank you
stay
for
away.
saying that.
I wanted to stay away from numbers because I love art and I love fashion. But when we come back from the commercial break, we will continue and we'll discuss the first significant change in your life. So please don't go away. We'll be right back with more Pattie Lovett-Reid.